What would happen if the Earth stopped spinning? We've always been fascinated by what would become of Earth and us if something disastrous happened. Well, I try not to think about it. Anyway, have you wondered about it as well? Well, that's why Hollywood makes so many movies about the end of the world. We at Brightside decided to find out what would happen if Earth suddenly stopped spinning. It's really slowing down, by the way. Let's have a look at the incredible consequences that might follow one day. 1. All objects would fly east at high speed with their own momentum. We don't notice the huge speed at which the Earth is spinning, but if it stopped, says Sten Odenwald from NASA, everything on its surface would be torn off the ground and fly east, eventually falling back down. At the equator, the speed would be the greatest, about 1,000 miles per hour, while closer to the poles it would reach 800 miles per hour. Whew! Number 2. Enormous tidal waves would occur. The power of momentum would make the water in the seas and oceans move to form extremely powerful tsunamis. They would move east and clean the coastal cities off the face of the Earth. Well, we hope it'll never happen. Number 3. A powerful wind would rise. The atmosphere would continue moving, and its momentum would make it rotate around the planet, probably several times. The starting airflow speed would be enormous, more than 1,100 miles per hour. It's possible that Earth would lose part of its atmosphere while this happens. So, hold your breath. Number 4. All water on Earth would collect in 2 oceans, and a new continent would form. Water gathers at the equator now due to centrifugal force. A sudden stop in Earth's spinning would make the land masses and water redistribute themselves to form 2 great oceans on both poles. The land on the equator would rise and create a gigantic new continent covering the whole planet through the equator. Good time to know somebody in real estate, huh? Number 5. Volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, and earthquakes would begin. The huge kinetic force of Earth and its momentum would shake the planet to its core. The result is quite predictable. All-powerful hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, and destructive earthquakes would begin everywhere. Number 6. Earth would transform from a geoid into a sphere. The geoid shape of Earth is due to its spinning motion. It's a bit flattened on the poles and a little bulging at the equator, kinda like me. You can find the lecture by Professor Etienne Geiss from ENS de Lyon online to get more details. If the planet stops, its shape will become more spherical. Number 7. One hemisphere would become as hot as a desert, and the other would be as cold as the Antarctic. If Earth continued to make just one turn around the Sun, only half of it would be heated. This would make it scorching hot and brightly lit, with the highest temperatures at the equator. This, of course, would really be the bright side of life. The second hemisphere would become a kingdom of eternal night and Arctic cold. NASA has another version. Earth would stop turning altogether, and there would be a 6-month day followed by a 6-month night. Number 8. The magnetic field protecting Earth from dangerous cosmic radiation would disappear. The magnetic field is basically formed due to the outer core processes and the planet's spinning motion. If the spinning stopped, the magnetic field would also disappear, predicts Sten Oldenwald. The field protects us from solar wind, the charged particles from the sun that would destroy every single living being. Oy. Number 9. If people survived, it would only be on the border of heat and cold. Humanity would only be able to adapt to the new conditions on the border of day and night. Humans would have to live underground and only go outside in protective suits because of radiation. Number 10. The moon would eventually fall onto Earth, but that wouldn't be soon. Professor Von Pratt of Stanford University says the moon would gradually slow down too, and its distance from Earth would reduce. In time, it would probably just fall onto our planet. In fact, the Earth is slowing down. In its youth, it spun much faster. A day lasted only 6 hours. The moon's gravity causes ebbs and tides that gradually drop the speed of Earth's motion. NASA calculated that a day's length increases by 2.3 milliseconds every 100 years. After billions of years, days would become several times longer, and then our planet will probably stop completely. And I should live so long. Share this video with everyone you know to show them what would follow if Earth stopped spinning in the future. Don't forget to hit the like button below the video and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.